In this video, we're going to bring you my 3 favorite Foxtrot patterns for beginners. Recently, we got off of a dance cruise, and I found myself using these 3 patterns with dancers of all different levels, and I wanted to share them with you today. My name is Brian B.
I'm Miss Megan.
Let's show everything and kind of talk through. So basically, our basic of Foxtrot, we all know, is like slow, slow, quick, quick. But there's also box timing, slow, quick, quick. So just like a rumba box or a waltz box, dancing slow, quick, quick. So if we can do that, we can also get to an underarm turn. These are not my favorite moves, but being able to get to a twinkle starts to open things up. So that's my first move. The second thing we're going to do is a front to front, back to back, where we're just kind of float down the floor. And then eventually, we're going to use that to get to versions of toss acrosses, which have endless possibilities, and then I'm going to share some options off of that in another video. But let's quickly talk about box timing. And if you know this, you can skip to the next part. Box timing is basically a box. I dance slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. And that's the timing I'm going to use for all my favorite patterns. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Of course, I can dance an underarm turn off this. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, and slow, quick, quick. But that's not my favorite stuff. I want to get to a twinkle because that lets me get to my favorite moves. So the twinkle is with box timing, slow, quick, quick, turning my partner to promenade position. So I shift my entire frame to shift Megan to promenade position. We dance slow, quick, quick, and she ends up back in front of me. So you can practice that a couple different ways. Slow, quick, quick, and slow, quick, quick. Now I'm going to scooch back and do it this way because I want to move that way with my pattern. This is my flow of the dance form. So I'm going to take Megan Dancer in a twinkle, slow, quick, quick. Now I'm going to change this hand underneath. I'm going to bring her in front of me, slow, quick, quick. It doesn't matter if we close our feet or slightly pass our feet at this point. Who cares at this point? We're both going to dance down line of dance for forward, side, together. That's front to front. Now I take my left hand through, forward, side, together. We call that back to back. Forward, side, together, front to front, forward, side, together, back to back. We're going to end this with the twinkle in promenade position, slow, quick, quick. I bring this hand all the way around to get Megan in front of me, and then we just square up. So we do it again the other way, slow, quick, quick. If I can create a little bit of an angle between us, that's going to help me bring Megan across. If you notice, she kind of passed her feet a little bit. Who cares? It's social dancing. Doesn't matter. There's no rules. Slow, quick, quick, forward, side, together, forward. I bring her around. So when I'm done, leaders, we do the front to front, back to back, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. When I want to bring her back, I need this hand to come forward and then loop all the way back around. Now I start to pick it up into closed position. Does that make sense? So that is really technically my second move is the front to front, back to back. If I can get to those positions and dance a twinkle, slow, quick, quick. Now I can let go and dance in front of Megan. Slow, quick, quick. And now we get into passing our feet. Let's just walk through this a couple times. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. When I'm done, I pull her back in front of me. That is tricky, but let's talk about how we're going to make it happen. This is the direction we're going. We dance our partner into a twinkle. Now, I'm going to step down line with Megan. The key is the follower is going to stay stuck to my right hand. So followers, you want to stay stuck to this hand. I step across for quick, changing to my left hand, and we dance down line for quick. Notice we passed our feet. If you want to learn about passing your feet versus closing your feet, the video at the end will explain. This is the harder part for the leader. I want to take Megan in this hand and pass her to this hand. So followers are going to look for their window over my right shoulder, slow, quick, quick. Now, kind of purposely, I came out at an angle. In a perfect world, I go down the floor. If I'm at an angle, no big deal. She stays stuck to this hand. Slow, I step across quick. She stays stuck to my left hand. Notice we're kind of going around the room a little bit. Slow, quick, quick. When I'm ready to be done, I take this hand. She stays in her window. That's over my right shoulder. And then we're back to dance our basic timing or whatever else we need. All right, so let's walk through my 3 favorite. Number 1, dancing my partner into promenade position with a twinkle because that opens up this lane to do front to front, back to back, slow, quick, quick, slow. We can do this closing our feet, or we can do this passing our feet, quick, quick. If we do it back the other way, slow, quick, quick. We can pass our feet on each one, meaning I pass my feet or I close my feet, doesn't matter, as long as it's slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. And then my favorite, which I used quite a bit on the cruise, was this toss across. Slow, quick, quick. Now from here, I let go of this. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. When I'm done, Megan stays stuck to the hand. So followers, you want to stay stuck to this hand.
Or the other one.
And only come across when I pass you across to that hand.
Then stay stuck.
And pass you across to that hand.
Stuck.
And then you stay stuck, but you're in the window because you're stuck to this hand. If you want to learn how to use your waltz patterns in Foxtrot, we did a whole great video talking about box timing and such. You can watch that right down here. And if you're new to this social dance world, you want to download our free New Dancer ebook up here. It's a work in progress, but we're sharing our best tips and tricks right here. We'll see you on the dance floor soon.